I have heard some arguments about Sheikh Chirevu Muhammad, how he was a nice person, etc. I normally monitor closely these operations. There is no way the security operatives would have known about Chirevu Muhammad if he was not connected with the Katumba group, trying to assassinate him, which led to the group in Padere during the burial of General Lokech, linked with the bombers of Komamboga, linked with the bus bomb, and the two recent bombs. All these are linked. If the ADF had remained quiet and not attacked Katumba, you know our security people are really lax. That's part of the problem. They're very lax. Most of the time. They are not, but when you provoke them, then they wake up. So that's what's happened. So those I have been hearing people about this person, Chirevu, my immediate answer, my immediate reaction, as somebody who is following very closely, is that there is no way our otherwise lax security people would have heard of or known or followed somebody called Chirevu if he was not part of the network which attacked Katumba. And why did they, you see these stupid fellows in ADF, because they have been in Congo there, smuggling, doing things with impunity. They were really overestimating themselves. The reason they wanted to, first of all, they wanted to kill Katumba. We must kill Katumba because he's a big government person, so that we show that we are there. Although Jamil Mukuru was arrested, we want to show that we are there. That was, and also some of them were saying that because Katumba, being Minister of Works, and was going to work on the roads in Congo, which is their territory, how dare we? How dare anybody go to work on the roads in Congo? Congo is their territory. Tunonya Chikongo katono Katumba akora kungutu tunokumulaga. That was those idiots when they are there talking among themselves. So now, when it backfired on them, and we started getting them, then there was a Chom Zero, which had happened. Chom Zero, a taboo. Because policemen are not supposed to be serious. This Lokech man, that was the Musango of Lokech, to be serious. Policemen of Uganda are normally not serious. Now, this Lokech, who is very serious, nakulondola, follow you up. God has taken him away. Now we must also go and follow his dead body and blow it up. You can imagine how stupid these fellows are. Now they must go and blow up the mourners who had come to Mono Lokech. That's how we got them again, because of the other first breakthrough with Katumba. When they went to Padere to blow up Lokech, the Lokech funeral, because Lokech had already died from something else. We got now. Some were actually arrested in the hotel in Padere. And then others ran to Kampala. And that's how. So, a total of 106 have been arrested. I have had some arguments about Sheikh Chirevu Muhammad, how he was a nice person, etc. I normally monitor closely these operations. There is no way the security operatives would have known about Chirevu Muhammad if he was not connected with the Katumba group, trying to assassinate Katumba, with the Padere group during the burial of General Okech, with the bombers of Komamboga, those who bombed the pig eaters, the bus bomb, and the two recent bombs. The bomb of CPS and that of IGG office were linked to the third one that was supposed to be exploded by Mose Musa Mudassiri Mugamba at Waise. On the same day, the plan was to have 3 bombs. One here at the CPS, one at the IGG office, and another one in Waise, in the population, in the evening by this Mudassiri boy. The bomber at CPS was Mansour, and one at the one of the IGG office was Wanjusi. Let the public be patient and wait for the court. You will hear the truth. Because now the public is engaged in the trial. Oh, Chirevu was innocent, this was what? I am a reader of intelligence briefs. Please wait for the court. That's where you, the public, you will be able to know. You now know, we now know a lot about these terrorists. Of course, some are not yet arrested, such as Obaida bin Bukenya. This is now the one who was coordinating the attacks on Katumba. Obaida bin Bukenya, the member of the Ngabi clan that has now become an Arab on account of his ideological sickness. You can imagine, Ngabi katafuse Mwarabu. Obaida bin Bukenya. He wants to be an Arab. He wants to be an Arab. How can Museveni of the Basita clan become a Jew or an Anglo-Saxon because he is a Christian? So Museveni now, I should now be a Jew now. You're a Jew. Sickness. These are sick people. In those history studies, we noticed the role of the new social class in the Western countries, Europe and the USA, known as the middle class or the bourgeoisie, who, unlike the feudalists, understood and valued the importance of integration, of unity, because bigger markets were better for their growing businesses. This need for bigger markets by the respective business This need for bigger markets by the respective business interests played decisive roles in the French Revolution of 1789. The bourgeoisie, the middle class, were the ones who were very much behind this. And the unification of Germany in 1870 to 71, mainly by the Prussian Junkers, Prussian large farmers. By the time of Idi Amin in 1971, our student movement had crystallized our 4 principles of patriotism, Pan-Africanism, socio-economic transformation, and democracy, and had become ardent supporters of Mwalimu Nyerere because he was the principal champion of these principles. Why patriotism? No sectarianism. Why Pan-Africanism and socio-economic transformation? It is on account of the prosperity of the African populations, i.e. patriotism and Pan-Africanism, by uniting the markets for wealth creators. And then for strategic security, the idea of the East African Federation, by having stronger armies and handling security and sovereignty problems together, unlike now, when ADF is using Eastern Congo with impunity. And achieving all this by taking advantage of the oneness of the African peoples, i.e. the Bantus, the Bantu-speaking peoples of Africa, the Cushitic peoples of Africa, the Nilotic peoples of Africa, and the Afro-Asiatic people of Africa. These are the 4 groups of Africa. They're just 4 groups. We should create several powerful states, the type of India or China in Africa, to facilitate this attainment of that prosperity, strategic security, and undugu, fraternity of the African people. We should not build a Latin America in Africa, a center of weakness, but several United States or Chinas or Indias in Africa. That has been the ideology of the NRM from 1965, following Mwalimu Nyerere. Why democracy? It is because of the African people should always freely decide their destiny. On account of these beliefs, we were able to build a strong army with the massive support of the masses, which enabled us to achieve victory in 1986, and thereafter to bring unity and peace in Uganda. That is how the economy has been able to recover and expand from US dollars 1.5 billion to now $41 billion. The shortages of 1986, the Magendo, the Chibanda, the Kusamara etc. have been replaced with surpluses, Echengela, Muruganda, Omweru, Nyankore, of everything: sugar, bananas, maize, milk, industrial products, etc., etc. The country is connected by tarmac road from corner to corner, and electricity is about to reach all the sub-counties. We had only 28,000 telephones in 1986. We now have 28 million as of July 2021. While we only had 2.5 million children in the school system, we now have 15 million. The population of Uganda was only 14 million in 1986. It is now 43 million. In spite of all these positive achievements, many of them are apparent right from 1986 or even from the Bush days, e.g. the discipline of the army. Some parasitic groups feared this success These successes would render their groups irrelevant. Initially, they were working also with some foreigners. Hence, they launched wars. Lakwena, Kony, ADF, UPA, FOBA, Itongwa, Kirimutu, etc. Between 1986 and 2007, these groups organized the rural insurgency, which involved hiding in forests or mountains, ambushing on roads, kidnapping people to be sex slaves or to fight for them, launching surprise attacks against the army, planting landmines given to them by the government of Sudan, etc., etc. By 2007, the army had developed a multidimensional capacity that could not permit such groups to operate anywhere in the rural areas of Uganda or even in the neighboring countries if the governments of those countries allow us to operate there. This is what happened in South Sudan when they allowed us to go there. We went and chased Kony from there. The government of Congo, when they allowed us to go to Garamba National Park, we chased Kony from there. This multidimensional capacity included LDUs, guarding villages against those that attack soft targets, wananchi, zonal forces that always stay in an area, e.g. a sub-county or a county, without ever leaving that area until the insurgency is defeated. Mobile forces to hunt for the terrorists in the forests. Air forces, communication intelligence operators to know what the enemy is saying and doing and where he is located, and road protection against road mines. These were all challenges in the rural areas which we had to deal with. And we developed that capacity by 2007. Therefore, the insurgents have no chance. Hence, peace in the rural areas since 2007 in all parts of Uganda. Recently, there was some cattle rustling again in Karamoja, but it is being solved because it is a rural area and things will be, the capacity is overwhelming. One of the groups, ADF, having been defeated in the rural areas, the Rwenzori Mountains, with very tough terrain, now resorted to urban terrorism. Between January and July 2001, the ADF exploded about a total of 30 explosives, killing a total of 147 people. This was in 2001. Although we were not well equipped in the towns, mainly using human intelligence, we defeated this urban terrorism campaign. There was some quiet. However, in 2012, the ADF started assassinating individuals. They assassinated 8 sheikhs by the names of Sheikh Abdul Karim Sentamu, Sheikh Abubakar Muhammad Chiwewa, Sheikh Ibrahim Chiria, this young man, I knew him very well, Sheikh Mustafa Bahiga, Sheikh Abubakar Madangu Yunus, Sheikh Rashid Wafula, Sheikh Dr. Muwaya, very, very useful man of Mayugeyes, and Abdul Sentruga. They also assassinated Joan Kagezi, Major Kigundu, and some other people. and some other people, maybe not ADF, assassinated Kawesi, Deputy Inspector General Police, Chirumira, etc. There were also other criminal acts, like the killing of the women in Entebbe, in Zana, Nansana, and the killings by the Chidawarime group of people in Nabisojo on New Year's Day, the other year. Using human intelligence, we arrested some, and others, e.g. Chidawarime, were killed. However, the investigations were inconclusive and slow. That is when I made the broadcast, the speech to Parliament on the 18th of June 2018, where I outlined 12 measures to be undertaken. This was after we had discussed in our National Security Council. Those measures have been partially implemented. The ADF controllers, being bankrupt, however, did not understand the importance of those measures, nor did they evaluate the cause of their defeat in the rural areas, in the rural insurgency in the Rwenzori Mountains. The UPDF that defeated them in 2007 is now much stronger, actually many times stronger than it was in 2007. Their attempts to kill General Katumba on the 1st of June 2021 landed them in a trap. We were able, using the modern technology, to identify some of them. Once you get some, it is a matter of time before you get all of them. Since the Katumba attack, the following ADF supporters have been killed by the security forces: Nsubuga Muhammad, Moses Kaliowa Muhammad, alias Mose, Matovu Adam, otherwise also called Manhaji, Ruama Hussein, also called Master by their groups, Serwa Rejuma, Muhammad Chirevu, otherwise Abbas Chirevu, the one who was killed a few days ago, Atindia Yassin, also called Senaburia Dan, Biarahanga Musa Bahemka, Turikimanya Joshua Matthias, Bagonza Joseph. These are 12 who have been killed here inside Uganda since the attempt on Katumba in June. A total of 106 have been arrested.